It's Perp back with another video. Just got done watching American Horror Story double feature, Death Valley, episode 8, however you want to phrase it, long ass titles. How does this episode compare to last week's? Well, I'll have to say that there's more positives in this than negatives. We're going to get on to that. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'm trying to hit 2K. I'm getting close, trying to hit that number before the end of the year, so I'm just grinding it out. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Who was your favorite celebrity cameo throughout this episode? Because we get introduced to a lot of new faces, or familiar faces, I should say. Let's start off with Richard Nixon. Go back in time to like the 1963. This is around the time that JFK takes office, and I was like, man, is Ryan Murphy really about to go there? So Richard Nixon, Mr. Eisenhower, and he's kind of nervous, or he's just kind of worried about John F. Kennedy and doesn't really feel like he could be trusted. So what ends up happening is Eisenhower goes to Kennedy and reveals everything, tells him everything, that, we have this treaty with the aliens. If we give them, was it like 5,000 people a year, they'll give us technology like microwaves and stuff. And I always like that, because there are people that believe or think that a lot of our technology, even our smartphones, are stuff that the government had for years. It might be alien technology. That's like kind of the beauty of the mystery and all that. And it's interesting that they have those kind of talking points throughout this whole entire episode about technology and stuff, and how it does more harm than good. Interesting stuff. But anyways, this kind of blows John F. Kennedy's mind, and he feels like the American people should know about this, but that will create a huge divide, and they're kind of at a standstill, which leads into John F. Kennedy getting assassinated. That was crazy. I didn't expect Ryan Murphy to kind of tie in with the aliens, because he was about to expose everything, similar to how he went in real life, where, he made some enemies. We'll just leave it at that. Then we kind of shift things over to Eisenhower, and, what does he plan to do? Because Dick Cheney doesn't want Eisenhower to give any control to the Russians. That's what a lot of people are kind of just believing, that this could get into the wrong hands, so we might as well just comply. It's going to be interesting, and I like Dick Cheney's kind of approach to it. It's kind of out of there, because he says, like, let's just go along with the aliens and use their technology against them to stop them. That sounds good in hindsight, but I don't think it would really work, considering, the aliens are extremely overpowered, considering they could just explode your head at will. And we find out also that the aliens need us to survive as well. And what their huge plan is pretty much an alien invasion. But they want to make a bunch of these alien hybrid humans, like this new race of human beings, to kind of sustain their life cycle and stuff. It's crazy. It's pretty wild. So going back into present day, we have our 4 main characters that are all pregnant. They go to this office, to get their shit scanned and stuff like that. This pulls out a red flag for the government to come and make sure this does not get out, because for this long that they've been kind of keeping all of this a secret, I feel like it's going to start leaking out a little bit more. The 4 people get kidnapped. They're took back to like this Area 51. It looks like kind of Area 51, And we're introduced to one of these hybrids that's played by I'm drawing a blank on her name right now. Excuse me, but they really look weird. They're literally half human, half aliens. I was thinking that their design was going to be a little bit more unique. It's literally just like half their side of their face is aliens and the other side is just human. They don't have fingernails, but their fingers are just longer. I thought they could have done better with that. But anyways, what blew my mind, right? You know, one of the characters, the fake smart one, Kendall, is the one that's kind of putting two together and saying that, you know, we need to kind of fight against this. There's other people in the facility that are telling her, no, just go along with it and everything will be okay. We see Steve Jobs here, which is blowing my mind. I was just like, yo, he looks just like Steve Jobs. And another chick that I didn't really recognize from that time period, I guess because she came from like the late 70s, whatever. But like I said, this was a decent episode. They explain why the aliens are here and how they pretty much have like this chokehold on the American people, because I'm just curious to see how this is all going to wrap up. It does seem like a lot of our characters that we got introduced to in the modern day are going to die during this birth. And that's another interesting piece of information we get in this episode, that the people that survive the pregnancy pretty much stay in this facility and they get used up. And they also retain their age. They don't age in this place, which is kind of weird. Dope episode for the most part. Still waiting for all those people in present day to just completely die. I think Kendall will probably be the only one standing. I'm curious to see if this has any effect for future seasons, because that's the one thing, you know, all these stories are somewhat connected, but some of them, you know, acknowledge other seasons and stuff like that. It would be dope to see this kind of actually play into the future of the series and stuff like that. I'm still in that belief that we're in like this alternate timeline where Michael doesn't exist. Obviously, he died. So we're getting a different type of apocalypse, I guess, or there's an alien invasion coming, and I feel like that's how the season's gonna probably end. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and feelings about this episode. Let me know some of your predictions for the last few episodes that we're gonna get of this. Till next time, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.